Here's why you play Minsitthar, the courageous warrior in the EXP lane. First off, Minsitthar has amazing crowd control abilities, making him a great disruptor in team fights. His skills allow him to pull and stun enemies, giving him a strong pick-off potential. On top of that, his ultimate can deny movement skills, which can be game-changing against mobile heroes. However, Minsitthar lacks consistent burst damage and has limited mobility, making him vulnerable in extended skirmishes if he's not careful. Minsittar's passive, Mark of the King, applies a stack of Mark of the King with every basic attack and skill. Once 5 stacks are reached on an enemy, the next attack detonates all stacks, dealing physical damage based on Minsittar's max HP. This attack stuns the enemy and heals Minsitthar. The ability to stun and heal at the same time gives him solid sustain and control in fights, but it requires timing to fully use it. Minsittar's first skill, Spear of Glory, thrusts his spear forward, dealing physical damage and slowing enemies' hit. If the spear tip hits an enemy hero, they are stunned briefly. After a short delay, he pulls back the spear, damaging enemies along the way and dragging enemy heroes back towards him. This skill is excellent for engaging enemies and controlling their movements, especially in team fights where positioning is crucial. Minsittar's second skill, Shield Assault, unleashes the power of his shield, dealing physical damage in a rectangular area and applying a strong slow to enemies' hit. He also enters a special state, reducing incoming damage from the front and enhancing his basic attack. This skill makes him tankier while still being able to dish out damage, perfect for the front line in fights. Minsittar's ultimate, King's Calling, summons 4 royal guards to form a field around him. The guards attack enemies within the field, and any enemy inside is slow and unable to use movement skills. This ability is incredible for zone control and locking down enemies, especially those who rely on dashes or blinks to escape. It can completely shut down mobile heroes and turn the tide in crucial team fights. Minsittar's basic combo involves initiating with the first skill to pull in enemies, followed by the ultimate to trap them in place and disable their movement skills. Then, use the second skill to reduce damage and deal sustained AoE damage with its enhanced basic attacks. The combination of crowd control and damage reduction makes him a strong presence in fights. Moving on to Minsittar's build, I usually go Warrior Boots, Thunder Belt, Corrosion Scythe, Demon Hunter Sword, Athena Shield, and Immortality. These are the emblems that go along with this build. The recommended battle spells for Minsitthar are Flicker, Vengeance, or even Petrify in my opinion. Flicker allows him to reposition in fights or escape tough situations, while Vengeance boosts his durability and can turn him into a late game threat by reflecting damage. Petrify will enhance his damage output by allowing a second skill and ultimate damage to be inflicted for longer duration. You should start by upgrading the second skill at level 1 to provide damage reduction and strong lane presence. Focus on maxing out the second skill with the first skill as a backup for crowd control. Always upgrade the ultimate whenever it is available. As Minsitthar, you want to take advantage of your crowd control and teamfight ability. In the EXP lane, you can often win trades by using a second skill to reduce damage and return fire with enhanced basic attacks. Keep an eye on enemy positioning. Your first skill can pull enemies out of position, which is particularly deadly when combined with your ultimate to deny movement skills. This combo can easily lock down priority targets or mobile heroes who rely on dashes to escape. Don't forget to stack your passive during trades, as detonating the Mark of the King can turn a fight in your favor with its stun and healing effect. Lastly, you can be tanky with the right items, and don't overcommit in fights where you can't land your skills perfectly, as your lack of mobility can make it difficult to escape once you're deep into the enemy line.